Ankle did me dirty there. Okay, hi. We low-key forgot to do our vlog last week, so here we are. Um, anyways, so for the past week, we we mainly worked on our CAD model for the thing. So here's just like a CAD view of what our claw looks like. Can you go to the assembly? And then here's our main assembly view. So a lot of this week was getting our parts done, making sure that we were outlined and that it was within. The hardest part was making sure it was within spec because, as Joanna can testify, we had to change dimensions a lot to make sure that it fit within the 12 by 12 by 12. But ultimately, we have everything in the places that it needs to be, and the dimensions hopefully work out. A little bit of prototyping might need to be done just to make sure that the tolerances are all good. But other than that, like this week we just worked on making part studios for our parts and then finishing up the drawings for them so we could submit them.
Okay, so mainly all of last week we were just trying to work out, trying to like make everything and make sure like on shape it works. I think our biggest struggle this week was really trying to work with the gear relations.
Don't get me
Cause,
started on the gear relations.
cause okay, it does work, but however with Onshape we just can't figure out how to make the gear relations actually like
It's like
interlock.
if you make the claw assembly and then you try to import the assembly into the main assembly, then the gear relations just break. Like
Yeah.
if you put a gear relation on the claw assembly, then it doesn't work when it's in the main assembly and
And then also in addition to that, like Will said, we also had some difficulties with like the constraints of like sizing. So originally everything was at least like twice as big as it should have been, and so we had to shorten a lot of pieces. So for example, we
like that used to be a lot
we
longer.
really shortened down the arm right here. It used to be like this whole length right here was just the length of like the lower arm before, but now we had to shorten it a lot. In addition to that, with the claw, we decided to keep the claw still relatively the same size because one, we didn't want to mess it up anymore because again, struggling with the gear relations. But in addition to that, we also realized that maybe like the little grabbing pincher parts of it were a little bit too
Nice.
long, and so we decided to make it a little bit shorter. So we were really just trying to shorten wherever we can really shorten without disrupting the build too much. And we also started 3D printing slash prototyping some of the parts. Do you have the 3D?
No.
Okay.
But we have. Yeah, while she's grabbing that, the main thing that we were prototyping so far were these little pincers on there. Like this right here we have like the main gear thing. We printed that out and we were just making sure that these gears actually mesh correctly because, our gear relations weren't working on the actual on shape, so we were just making sure that in real life the doors looked
Anyways,
in. But we were
so
making sure that the gear relations on here worked and that they meshed together correctly.
so again, they work. It's just an on shape. We can't make it like we can't make the gear relations work. But yeah, they do work. I think we're gonna redo one of these to add an extra peg because it doesn't line up the greatest right now. But yeah, so
Yeah, I printed two of the same one. I didn't know that they were different.
but yeah. Anyways,